Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Raynday Gaming. My name is Raynday and today we're taking a look at some rare footage here. It's Raynday on Drogoz in ranked. That's right, Wyrm Jets Drogoz nonetheless. No combustible, no fusillade. It's the fast dragon, and that's the one that I'm running here today. As you can see, trying to finish off the Mave. We do get the second blood here as our Strix takes somebody down, guys. This is a ranked game. Of course, I haven't played ranked in a minute. It's been a lot going on. You see, actually, Paltech there on the Inara. Some of you may have known him from the PGS, from some competitive days, and of course, still streaming in Paladins. So, some definitely high-level players here, and trying to do their best. I'm in the back line. I get another kill onto the Mave, onto the Cirrus, and now the Mave is chasing me down. We see Bomb King fall as well. And this is just a good showcase. Today, in this video, I want to talk about a couple of different things for you all as the action kind of seems to settle down here. And it looks like we've kind of controlled this point. One, I want to talk about the lineup that we're running. We're running a single tank lineup. As you can see, the impact that that's having in terms of our aggressiveness is huge. This is something we've seen take effect across regions in the world in Paladins esports, and starting to work. And I think the two tank composition may not be as necessary as a lot of people think. A lot of these one tank comps are fast, they're stylish, they're aggressive, they're fun to play, and they're effective, most importantly. So we'll talk a little bit about that. That's one of the main things I want to bring up today, the efficacy of just one tank or having to have two. The other thing that I want to talk about today is this Wyrm Jets Drogoz build, and talk to you guys a little bit about this and why this is the flavor of the month kind of build for Drogoz in ranked. And the other thing I want to talk to you guys about towards the end of the video is banning and players cheating in ranked and high level games. That's when you care. I mean, casual, it is what it is. You know, people are going to do it. It sucks, but it's going to happen in any online platform. People will find ways to get around systems. But in terms of ranks, that's when it sometimes can hurt, when you're like, man, I lost TP because of this. I lost we don't have promotional games, but I lost that opportunity. So we'll talk a little bit about that, how you can go about solving it, the best way to do it. A lot of people just look at my Twitter and try to reach out to me. I'm not the guy who can ban, so we'll talk about that a little bit later as we get into the game. For the meat of the video, though, the gameplay coming through. Wyrm Jets Drogoz, so happy about this. Running the Samba rocket launcher, which is just a budget buy, baby. It's a rare weapon skin. It came in the Brazilian chest, and it is just so good. I love the effects. It's like fireworks every single time. Every time you hit a rocket, it just looks and feels so good. So this has made Drogoz a lot of fun today. Prepping the salvo, hitting onto the Torval, getting a little low. The silence comes through, and then fortunately that Muffins takes me down. I could go into the Nimble 2 here, but I don't have any Cauterize. And so let's break this build down. Wyrm Jets gives you 40% movement speed. The key with this build is to keep Drogoz moving and more of a target that's not easy to hit. This takes away a lot of his kind of, I'm in the sky, I'm a vulnerable pick, but I'm doing a lot of damage, into I'm mobile. I'm sometimes flanking. I might be the guy in the back line taking down the healer, as you can see here, looking to happen. However, she goes back into her base. Pretty safe spot for Cirrus to keep everyone nice and tidy. The Dragon Punch comes through here, trying to find someone. No Wyrm Jets needed to find the answer, but maybe I could use a little bit more booster. The Cirrus goes back into her safe haven. I was hoping to maybe catch her out, but it doesn't matter. We seem to get the Torvald and the Inara either way. And now the Cirrus got no one to heal, and it's just the Mave. See if we can finish her off. Nice flick shot, and that takes that Muffins down. As it looks like the payload's going to push, so 2-0 start. This aggressive lineup, guys, you're seeing the value and the impact it's having. They've just never let our foot off the gas. That's what these single tank lineups can do. You just always have a good offense. I mean, listen, when I played soccer, okay, and I was always an offensive player. Now, the thing is, I worked with a lot of coaches that would say defense is the way. Let's sit back, guys. They're better than us. Let's hold on, and just wait, and hopefully we can bounce and grab a goal. This is really what the United States kind of liked to do when they were playing soccer, and I was on the national team. A lot of the coaches would go to this defensive mentality, like these, whether we're playing the Brazilian national team, it's like they're better than us, so we just kind of hope for one goal and defend all game. But the thing is, when you have more offense, it kind of serves as your defense, right? Because the enemy team can't ever do their offense. They're focusing on their defense because you're consistently bombarding them with an offense of yours. So that's one of the reasons why I feel like people are overlooking this. I think it's natural to think that defense gives you time. Two tanks give you possibilities to escape battles. As you see, I go down there. A tank probably would have survived in that scenario, gotten poked out, maybe gotten healed up. They've got more health to work with. They allow you to make more mistakes and survive off of it, so smarter players can take advantage of that. Damage dealers are more risky, but the payoff of having that extra damage dealer, that extra flanker, is a big deal. And right now you see already the comeback mechanic is real here. Hit the fire spit and a couple of rockets, but I'm getting taken down by the Maeve. I didn't see where she was positioned, and she just takes my health. She doesn't even, I don't even fight her, and she's the one taking me down. Can the solo Barik do it? He's going to have to do his best here. He's fighting against like 3, and Nara's getting healed up with an Earthen Guard as Saris pumps out 3,000 health over 3 seconds. It's going to be a little bit too much for us to do, so we lose that objective. The salvo's there just as a nice little treat, but not going to do anything. Let's see if this is them coming back, or if this is really just them using the comeback mechanics smartly, and then us being able to keep dominating this game, because that's definitely what has happened here. Saris going into the shadow travel, trying to find her. And we have the flexibility right now as the Bomb King goes down. And the Midnight pops from Maeve. She's looking for a target. I gotta run. I can't make sure that I stay still. Good salvo primed here with the fire spit. It's going to do a ton of damage onto the battlefield, but they're getting healed up as well from the Saris. A couple rockets here and there. Maybe trying to find some height. I've got the Dragon Punch, but do I want to use it quite yet? May not need to. Going around the right side, there's the Torvald. Cauterize 2 is going to help some of the anti-healing, but not enough. I keep missing these rockets, and you know, sometimes with this new movement speed with Wyrm Jets, making your booster fly 40% faster means that it's going to be a little difficult. Your movement's going to change, but on maps like Splitstone, it's really good. I mean, the maneuverability you guys are seeing me, I'm in front, I'm behind, I'm to the side. It's really, really valuable. Drogoz just has such good legendaries, so anyone that you grab, you're not gonna, you know, hurt yourself. If you're just a casual player or you haven't gotten all of his legendaries yet, you will still enjoy yourself when you're playing this guy. He can make it work no matter what. But this Wyrm Jet style is really fun. Lazy kind of is coined this one for me in terms of made it work the best, the most frequently, and kind of gone to it as his really solo choice no matter what he's playing, no matter where he's playing. As the fire spit comes through, it just didn't count my ammo there. One of the big problems with my Drogoz play. Yeah, so I think this is just really something that has been taking kind of some of the high-level competitive play styles by storm. It's always been valuable, but I think recently it's been a lot more featured, especially on maps like Bright Marsh. And Splitstone doesn't get played a lot, but I would imagine on Splitstone it would still be just as good. I think maybe even better, because you just look at all these nooks and crannies I can hide in and get around, and lines of sight I can move and use to my advantage. I mean, Wyrm Jets just makes this so easy for me, and they can't deal with it. They cannot at all. We're on a 5 streak for me. Barik's on a 7 streak. Good news. And we're trying to keep this defense up. So the other points that I wanted to bring up today, of course, Samba Launcher, the Drogoz, the Wyrm Jets. I wanted to talk about this single tank kind of lineup, which we did just discuss. You're seeing it as the game unfolds. But with Barik as a single tank, you know, what are the differences? If you want to run this in your game, can you run it with an Inara, with a Barik the same way? Can you run it with a Fernando the same way? Can you run it with a Ruckus the same way? What do you have to have with this tank? I think that the single tank right now is really important. I think Barik fits this mold extremely well. Barik is the guy that is great at holding down the point when he's got a little bit of support. Once he gets tucked in, he's almost the hardest out of anyone to get out. And I think Barik is a great tank that is fighting around the objective. Now, you look at Fernando's, you look at Ash's, even look at Ruckus's. They're not necessarily at a higher level meant and built with wreckers in the game and things like that to stand on the point. You know, their self-sustain is a little bit limited. Their playstyle is a little bit limited. Their damage while they're being defensive is a little bit limited. So trading out when they have that defensive shielding up is a little bit less important, especially for Fernando. Ash can still fight, but you talk at Barik and he's got self-healing from his turrets. He's got damage from his turrets. He's got damage from Tinkering, which is a huge damage boon in my opinion, and just we've seen that be extremely effective. We also see his shield go up, but he can fight during the shield. He can use rocket boots to get away. Here's the Dragon Punch, and Maeve, she's going to get a little bit of damage onto her. In fact, all of her life, 1-hit KO. Takes down Dat Muffins, but they've got the objective right now. See if we can change something up. Maybe a salvo, maybe a fire spit. If we can get Paltek down, that could be huge. He does fall. We get 4 kills there, so this is really good for us starting off. We see the Maeve. We're not sure where she's going, but maybe just waiting in the backside in the room. Now, you know, if you want to do a Fernando on a single tank, I think you have to play a little bit more aggressively. If you want to do Ashe, I think they blend towards, in my opinion, being maximized aggressively. That's the key there. Oh, I get stunned. If you didn't know, this is a sphere. So is Bomb Kings as well. And a Hyper Beam. 3 ults onto one little dragon. My goodness gracious. They definitely do change the tide here. And where's the Maeve? She's trying to finish me off. I hit one direct shot, trying to hit another. Dat Muffins gets 2 kills, and the objective is already lost. I mean, they did everything that they needed to do, taking down the Barik, forcing all of us out away from the point, and the Maeve comes in at the perfect time. So I can't say that was a That was a bad play. It was a good retake. And they end up getting the objective over us. So now we got to defend one more time, but that's okay. Gives me a little bit of room to work on the Drogoz. Now, another point I didn't mention earlier on is playing champions you're not comfortable with, guys. You know, as my Rainstorm family, we're not just playing Paladins, right? We play Smite, we play everything. I mean, you guys are gamers. You play a lot of different things, whether it's Destiny, whether it's Fortnite, whatever it is that's on, you know, Divinity Original Sin 2 came out. A lot of people probably playing that. Whatever it is, understanding that playing different champions and getting different styles helps your overall versatility is a great tool. You know, for me, I am not the best Drogoz player. As you can see here, I sometimes make a lot of mistakes, and I don't do things maximized, right? I miss a lot of rockets. I'm not as patient as I need to be with some of my positioning. I'm not as clinical as I need to be with some of my booster usage and my thrust usage. But I'm learning, and I'm taking the risk. If I don't ever go and try and play Drogoz in ranked, how will I ever be okay enough to play him in ranked? You know what I mean? If I don't ever try, if I don't ever do it, how will it happen? And you can look at this in gaming to help your versatility and make sure that, hey, you know what, I'm just going to be an overall better gamer. Look at this splash damage as well as we pick up the Maeve. But in general, it's more about in life. How are you ever going to do the things that you want to do without doing them? You're not expected to be the best. I'm not going into this game saying, I wanted to be the best there was. I wanted to be an awesome Drogoz so everyone could say, wow, Evan, you're the best Drogoz in the world. Raynday, you do Drogoz better than anyone. And you know what? Kick Bug, Bugsy who? Raynday is the Drogoz master out here. I didn't expect that, guys. And I don't. But I do expect to have fun and to be able to use my awareness, positioning, and knowledge of the game to be able to utilize this champion well, hit enough rockets to impact the fight, and also learn. That's the key. We often forget that it's a process. You know, we're in a digital age where everything comes to us so fast. You get information on your fingertips. People who are miles and miles away from you can be on the phone with you, and you seeing their face in a matter of seconds. Any information that you haven't gone to college for, you haven't studied for, you haven't put time and energy like people who have made it their craft in their field for, you can know with Google in 5 seconds. You can know anything. And so we often, I think, have translated this into our world and our expectations to think that things come immediately. When we play Drogoz, if we're not immediately good, we're just not good. And it's a really bad, you know, kind of thought process to have. In psychology, we had this great study that we talked about how people look at successes and failures and being good at things or not being good at things. Some people look at saying, I'm not good at Drogoz, and they say that this is a permanent situation, that I am like a bad, I'm bad at talking in front of crowds, or I'm bad at playing Drogoz, and that's permanent. That is just what I am. And the healthy mentality that we were studying in this case, people who had better lives, better success overall, ended up saying that they recognized that they were bad at Drogoz and bad at public speaking, or etc., whatever it was, but it was not permanent. It was flexible. It was, I am bad now, but if I put my energy in, I won't always be bad. It's not something that I am just bad at. It's something that I currently am bad in, and that helps to really give you more perspective, as this is the round we got to win. A good salvo there, maybe a fire spit. Maeve goes into midnight, but we get the Bomb King already, and that's already a job well done. Going to the Dragon Punch, the Maeve had hunted me out, trying to get a shot on her, but she takes me down, so I lose it. But it looks like on the point things are going well. However, this is pretty precarious because I don't have my ultimate anymore, and that was going to be a game-changing, tide-turning moment against this Inara. Since she's just so tanky, we don't want her battling back. They've still got a smaller percentage of the comeback mechanic, which means you'll capture the objective faster. I thought I saw someone in the left side, and I'm looking for where they are. Is it the Maeve? There's the Maeve. Okay, let me see if I can get down here. Again, my movement not as working out there. The Strix takes down the Maeve, and there's a salvo spit. We get one. Strix takes down, actually, no, doesn't take down the other. Jom cleans up. OMG, this guy. I take down Powtech with the last rocket, and it looks like the Bomb King is here a little bit too late. Day late and $1 short, as we like to say, as the fire spit explodes, blows him up. I'm just looking to zone and see. We've got 87% on the objective. And wow, oh wow, the Maeve is coming. Maybe I can get a rocket. Maybe I can't. Chasing her down. We've got still fire spits. Salvos ready to go. And there's the last one. The wall comes through, protecting him still. 3-2. This could still happen. I mean, if she gets a heal, she's getting the Sarah's heal. She could stay alive, and this could be trouble. Now I'm trying to take her down, but look at how much she is healing, how much damage is being mitigated. Mopsy cleans up 2 there. The Strix grabs the last. Overtime ticking away. Here's Torvald. What's going to happen? Where's he going to go? They can't get to the point, and that's the victory, guys. So it was a great game. You know, ended up being something that I enjoy. Mopsy, good job on the buck. This was a first pick buck, if you don't believe it or not. And if you do believe this, guess what? Buck is actually very, very good in ranked at high levels. If you don't you know that already, you know, a lot of people have this kind of like amazing buck in their pocket, just kind of like how Maeve used to be, but it's just Buck is not seen as much, but in ranked he can be a monster. Mopsy definitely cleans up a lot like a mop there. And this is what I want to talk to you guys about in terms of bans and things like that. You know, some of this conversation right now, people saying, you know, ban this guy, do this. I want to make a few things clear. You guys can look at you know, all of this with your own perspective. I can't ban anyone, okay? So the idea is that as a esports caster, as someone who's not involved in making that decision, because banning someone bans their account. They can't play high-risk games. It's not just Paladins. It's SMITE, potentially. Actually, I don't know if it's SMITE. But ban is definitely saying you can't play Paladins. You can't get anything in Paladins. Your account is done. Whatever energy you put in, that could be losing a customer for a long time, you know, and that could be losing someone. And if you do it wrong, you really could lose a customer. Like if I got wrongly banned and someone had reported me and I was just doing really well that game, I would maybe take it out on high res. So you have to understand this is a delicate situation of saying that, yes, this guy needs to get banned. He was trouble versus I need to make sure that people who are focusing on doing this or doing this, and not just someone at the end of the day saying, oh yeah, let me just ban him real quick. Sure, you said he should be banned? All right, let me ban him. First, he's on my team, so I have no idea whether I'm able to see if he's actually doing anything. As you can see, I'm just playing Drogo, so I can't see his perspective or anything. But at the deeper level is, let me tell you how you can report people and how you can get guys like this banned. It's really simple. If you feel that someone is cheating, go ahead and capture video evidence. You know, your Windows computer may be able to do it, record the last 10 seconds, or you may have OBS. Do something like that and send it to support. I'm going to put the link in the description below. That is who can ban and who can look at accounts and do all that stuff. Unfortunately, I know I'm the guy that you guys see in the patch notes and the public face, but I don't do any of this behind the scenes things. I don't have the power to. And unfortunately, even if you don't, and if you don't give me video evidence, let me tell you this, the guy that we're talking about here, I actually looked up and I actually asked a friend of mine to go ahead and see if you could speed it up and look at this person, and he was clean. So there was nothing wrong. So the only way to find out if he actually was cheating would be to see through his camera lens, which is why you need to go the extra step of taking video evidence and putting it through. If someone has a clean account, you know, it's just one guy versus the other. I have many people in my life try to tarnish my name and say that, oh, Raynday's this and this, he's bad, don't do his chant, whatever. And it's just his word versus mine. I mean, who's right? You know what I mean? You can't take it by that. You need some type of evidence. So understand that. I know it's frustrating. I'm not meaning to say that you're wrong or right for any decision like that, but I do want everyone to know that it's a process. Here's how you go through the process. I am all about making sure people who deserve to be banned are banned, and forwarding that information the best I can. But that's not my job title. That's not what I do. There are other people who that is their job, and that is what they are doing at high res. So I wish, you know, I could ban everybody for you, but I can't. You guys know that, but really make sure to follow the link in the description below and take advantage of it yourself. Capture that video evidence, you know, take control. That's how you guys can make sure these things happen, and put it in the best light. Put all the odds in your favor, as the Hunger Games might say. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I appreciate it, and hopefully either way, you learned a little something from this video, enjoyed yourself, and had some fun watching some Drogoz gameplay. I'll be back at it again tomorrow, probably with a stream here on youtube.com/RaynDayGaming, so make sure to stop by. As always, guys, remember to never give up, never stop gaming, and I'll see you all next time.